Here last night practicing their yells, and they're ready to be the 12th man here at Kyle Field. There's still a lot of warm air out there for tonight's battle between the Texas A&M Aggies and the Hurricanes of Miami. This early season game should be a good one. Hello to all of you, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. I've got Mr. Corso and Mr. Herbstreit with me as usual, and we're really looking forward to the hitting that'll be going on in this one. Well, guys, how do you think the star linebacker is going to do against a good offensive running game?
This kid will be blowing up plays all day. It's just hard to block him. It seems like he gets in on every single play.
Yep, but it's not too often that he goes up against a running back of this caliber, Coach.
It doesn't matter, Kirk. This kid is a tackling machine.
All right, well, we're ready for the coin toss, brought to you today by Coke Zero. We'll see how this game plays out as they get ready for the opening kickoff. Kicks it off, and this game is underway. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. And now we get to see this offense for the first time as they head out onto the field. They'll start at the 20-yard line. First down, 10 to go. They line up with one running back in the backfield, 3 wide. Someone down there just a little bit slow to get up. We've got a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 25-yard line. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Looking to throw. Fires right side. Got his tailback. He can't get away with a stiff arm, and he's tackled. 7-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
Just a simple screen pass here, and this time it was very effective, getting enough yards for the first.
They line up in an I. He's looking for his man. It's broken up.
The corner made a really nice play on the ball there, Coach.
The old receiver never had a chance. That was great defense.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 32. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Looks to pass. Throws into triple coverage, and it's intercepted. That's a great tackle at the 42. And the safety made a really nice play on the ball to grab the interception.
This guy's got potential. I'll tell you what, if he keeps it up, you might see him playing on Sundays.
1st and 10. Ball on the 42. They're packed in tight on the line. Looking for the corner. The 10. He's all the way. Touchdown. What an incredible display of absolute speed.
I'll tell you what, if you give this guy an inch of daylight, he's going to take it to the house before you can even blink.
And he hits the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. He sends it off. And he'll return this one from the 7th. Brought down at the 34. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
This defense has stepped up to the challenge so far, but there is a long way to go, Kirk.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to keep this offense too quiet, just as long as they can avoid these turnovers.
Pulls it in, and he wants more. He's tackled in the open field. A 7-yard pickup on the screen play.
7-yard gain on the play.
2nd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. They come out with 3 wide receivers. He drops back. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Good yardage there. That'll move the sticks.
Nice timely call pass here. Looked like the defense might have been looking run.
The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. He's looking to pass. Crosses out to the tailback on the screen. And down he goes around the 45-yard line.
A pretty nice game there for the quarterback. If he can keep this up, he's going to have some nice numbers at the end of the game.
You know, that's the third catch that this guy's made on this drive alone. Anytime he is open, the quarterback is delivering him the ball.
Tackle made at the 32-yard line.
That was a nice catch. He went up, leaving his body susceptible to the hit, but he came down with it and got a first down.
Hey, at this level of college football, those are the plays you have to make. And he did well coming down with that one.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Tackle at the 16-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this defensive coordinator is not afraid to send the house. He brought every linebacker, and the quarterback was still able to convert the first down.
Expect the defense to turn it up a notch here in the red zone. They go with the option. 2-yard gain on the quarterback keeper.
Give credit for that tackle to the safety. He did a good job of stepping up into run support.
I formation here. And they motion a guy to the left. It's broken up. How about that for a great play?
Talking about great plays, the defender made a spectacular stab at the ball there and broke it up.
Here's the 8th play of the series. It's 3rd down. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. And he shoved out of bounds right around the 8-yard line. He made the catch, but he didn't get the first down.
Yeah, right now, the way this defense is swarming, there's just no room for him to get upfield for the first down.
This defense will give the quarterback those underneath routes all day long if it can prevent them from getting a first down.
And they make the stop at the 1-yard line. And they'll get the first down there.
Oh, unbelievable effort on this run. Nice job of keeping this drive alive.
1st and goal from the 1, looking to punch this one in. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. He's got it, touchdown. And so the tight end hauls in the short pass for the touchdown.
Oh, I like the play selection near the goal line. Everybody's thinking run, run, run. And they trick everybody with a pass. Sneaky.
And he hits the PAT. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Decent kick. And we got an injured player on the field. They'll start this drive at the 29. It's 1st and 10. They come out in a goal line set. The halfback with a carry. He's taken down right around the 30. And the halfback's got nowhere to go.
That was a great tackle. The defender seemingly came out of nowhere and put a big hit on the ball carrier.
And they swap out the running back now for this next play. He scrambled. He rifles it to the left. Oh, he had a shot at the pick. That could have easily been a turnover.
I don't even think the quarterback even saw that guy.
Well, he almost saw him running the other direction with the football.
And this stadium is getting loud. He drops back. And he's tackled at the 38-yard line. He made the catch, and they're still going to be short.
Hey, if you would have gotten some yards on 1st and 2nd down, you wouldn't have needed so many on 3rd down.
He punts it away, and it's a great kick. He's to the 20. At the 40. Steps out of bounds at the 43-yard line. What a great return.
A few things here, guys. Poor coverage by the punting team and a great job by the returner of turning the ball upfield.
He didn't have much to do. That coverage was horrendous.
It's knocked away, incomplete.
Number 8 on the coverage.
Second down, 10 yards to go. There are two tight ends in the formation. The quarterback is in the gun.
Number 4, the intended receiver on the play.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 47. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Looking to throw. Catches it, but he steps out. He would have been better off letting that one go. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Just a great job by the defense. These guys are disguising their defense so well that they're confusing the quarterback and the offensive line.
And on fourth down, this offense has to punt the ball away.
Heading for the corner. Brought down at the 27. The defense really stepped up to force that 3 and out on the last drive. They'll take over at the 27-yard line. They're packed in tight on the line. They hand it off. Tackle at the 26.
The safety made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. I recommend to the offensive coordinator a little play action and throw the fade route where the safety used to be.
That's right, Lee. These guys are shooting up there when they see run, and it only takes one time to catch them out of position and take it to the house.
Going deep, lays it out there. He almost had it, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback is going to think twice about throwing the football his way again.
Safety couldn't hang on to the ball this time. But you can bet if he gets a chance again, this ball will be picked off.
Now he's scrambling. He sails it long. This one will fall incomplete.
Hey, this guy's got to forget about the drop. Remember, he was in good position to make a play.
Hey, that's a good call, Kirk. He should just forget about it.
Punts the ball away. Room around the corner. Knocked out of bounds at the 48. Their last drive ended in a punt, so this quarterback's going to be looking for something better on this drive. First down, 10 yards to go. Single back set, 3 wide receivers. He's taken down at the 36. He put the ball in there perfectly that time.
Well, let me tell you, this kid has impressed me all day with the touch on his passes. That's a good-looking throw there.
We've played a quarter, and we're all tied up.
At the end of the first quarter, the score is tied.
We've got a 1st and 10. From the gun. And he dropped it.
Number 6, the intended receiver on the play.
Come on, my grandmother could play better than that. Let's go.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 36. Bunch formation, and they might be coming with a blitz here. Option, and they got to him before he could get back to the line. A great defensive effort there.
And let me tell you, the key to that play was right there in the defensive line. They tied this offensive line up and allowed their linebackers to come up and make a big play.
Lee, I agree with you. We always talk about the linebackers and safeties, but credit the big guys up front for that play.
And he's taken down around the 28-yard line. Well, they get all those yards, but come up just shy of the first.
Good play call, almost perfect execution, except for the fact that they're not going to get the first down.
That's why you have to run routes past the first down line. Nothing is more frustrating to a coach than coming up a couple of inches short.
And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. Kicks it away. He'll take it from the 2. Across the 30. And he's tackled at the 34. The offense gets ready to start a new drive as they just couldn't get anything going on their last possession, going 3 and out. They're lining up in the 5-2. They'll work it right, met quickly by a couple of defenders. The running back gets a yard, maybe less. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. He unloads it. Tipped away.
Well defended play by the safety that time.
It looked like a nice little touch pass, but the defensive back just made a great play.
4 wide. Takes a snap and he's in trouble. And down he goes. Right around the 46-yard line. Good yardage that time on the pass.
And how do you like that quarterback? Whew, what a throw. He just had the right touch on that football.
Lee, you're right. Beautiful looking pass there by the young quarterback.
Tries to get around the corner. Makes it to the 41.
That is a nice job of avoiding the tacklers to get the first down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 41. And we get a new man in there, running back. Give to the tailback. They'll bring him down right around the 44-yard line. And the defensive end comes up with a big play.
Boy, he's quick as a cat, no question. He got tremendous penetration and was able to wrap him up for a loss there.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. He's looking for 6.
That's some tough defense right there. That ball had no shot at being caught.
I disagree. It had a shot at being caught, all right.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You didn't let me finish. It had a shot at being caught by the defensive back.
Oh, okay, defensive back. That makes more sense.
Now he's going to run and watch out. He's tackled at the 20. What a run on 3rd down.
You know, we're always talking about the importance of converting on 3rd down. If you're going to have any kind of success, you got to be able to keep these drives alive, like they did right there.
Another run. Here he goes. Touchdown, Miami.
Kirk, that was his 2nd touchdown of the day. What else can we expect from him?
Well, I'd bet on at least a couple more touchdowns for starters. He looks like he's really come to play here in the first half.
And he hits the PAT. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Miami to kick this one off. Here's the kick. Fielded at the 9. And he just got stood up right there. Just about ready to call the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last possession.
And this offense needs to continue to produce on the scoreboard because they are still losing this game.
Catches it. Complete, and he's brought down. Loss of 2.
Really, they just had nowhere to go after the kick.
2nd and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 38. Single set backfield. Tackle made around the 42-yard line. He carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards. 3rd down now, and they need to get it out to the 50. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. He's taken down at the 45.
1, 2, 3. That's exactly how you throw the slant against zone coverage. Nice play to pick up the first.
I formation here, and they use motion. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 45-yard line. The quarterback is in the gun. He's got 2 tight ends in this set. He's hit and taken down.
Well, the passing game is a lot easier for a quarterback when 2 corners aren't in coverage. I respect the gutsy call on the defensive side to blitz both corners, but it left them too vulnerable against the pass.
They're in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Swings it out left to the halfback. Steps out of bounds at the 26. The man defense proves to be too tough against the screen.
That was an excellent job by the defenders. They fought off their blocks and found the ball before the play had a chance to develop.
Looks to pass. Gets it. He's in space. Tackle made at the 15-yard line.
I tell you, having a tight end that can make plays like that is a huge advantage for an offense.
You're right, Kurt. This kid has got some really good hands.
On the handoff. Watch out. He's tackled at the 13. He gains a couple of yards on the carry.
That was a great hit by the defender. He just drove the ball carrier right to the ground.
2 tight ends here. Straight in the middle, and he meets the defense. A 1-yard gain by the halfback. And so it's another 3rd down upcoming here. They line up in an I. Back to pass. And we'll take a break while the injured player is attended to. It's the 11th play of the drive. 1st down. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Out of bounds, just outside the goal line. They go to the air and pick up a couple.
Nice grab there by the tailback to at least move the ball forward for some positive yards.
They'll run and he takes it in. And they just overpowered him on that one.
The quarterback did a nice job of finding the end zone there.
So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. He makes the PAT. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Kicks off. Taken at the 5. He gets out to about the 28-yard line. Their last drive ended with a touchdown. Let's see what happens on this possession.
It'll be interesting to see if the defense has made any adjustments to stop the run game.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they sure couldn't stop him from going down and scoring on that last drive, right, Coach?
Gets it and immediately hammered. That'll be a 2-yard gain.
It looked like the rush caused some problems there, Coach.
Yep, they were in there so quick that the running back was never able to get started.
They come out with 4 wide out. Looks to pass. Interception.
This safety always seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's no surprise that he comes up with the interception here.
It's 1st and 10. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. And straight ahead we go with the fullback. The fullback bangs it in there for a gain of 6. It's 2nd and 4 to go. Ball on the 28. A great first half comes to a close. Our score here at Kyle Field, Texas A&M 17, Miami 14. The teams are lined up and we're just about ready to start this second half. Taken from the 10. He wasn't breaking that tackle. What a hit. So what should the folks at home be looking for here in the second half, fellas?
This is obviously not an easy situation, Brad. And I think the coach is going to have to tell his team to forget about the crowd and get his guys motivated so they can compete this half. Maybe they can get back into the game.
Yep, I think we're going to see how tough this visiting team really is.
The running back gets 2 on the carry. Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 38. Scrambling around. It is, he throws, and it's going to be picked off. Nice tackle made there to bring him down. And that's a second interception of the game by this defense.
These guys are all over the field. It seems like wherever the quarterback throws the ball, there's a defender sitting right there.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. Single set backfield. Throws it, and oh, he dropped it.
You know, the quarterback didn't do anything wrong there. This is just a great play defensively.
I think he underestimated the speed of the defensive player. He just shot in and broke it up.
They line up in a double tight set. Give to the tailback. He couldn't shake that tackle. 6 yards on the carry.
Gain of 6 on the play.
It's 3rd and 4. Ball on the 37. There are 2 tight ends in the formation. The quarterback is in the gun. Drops back to pass. They'll bring him down at the 26-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch with a wideout.
Quarterback and receiver spend a lot of time together. The coaches say they stay after practice just working on their timing, and right there it paid off.
They'll give it off here. There he goes! Touchdown! And that was a big-time run.
Yep, as soon as he gets his feet. Goodbye, sweetheart.
And he converts the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Texas A&M to kick. He sends it downfield. From the 7. He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. And the offense will take the field, and they're certainly hoping to do better than they did on their last drive, which ended with a turnover.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
They hand it off. Gets to around the 42.
They need to go back to this kid. That was a great first down run.
1st and 10. They come out in a goal line set. Handoff, and he's met in the backfield.
This is picture-perfect defense by this corner. Great job of providing run support.
Yep, he wasn't fooled at all by that play, and he really did well to stop him short of the line of scrimmage.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Throws it, watch out. Oh, almost had a pick. They're really fortunate that wasn't intercepted.
Not a very smart decision by the quarterback. He had no shot at completing it.
Yeah, but that defender had a perfect shot at it. He just didn't catch it.
He's scrambling. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. He steps out at the 49. Gutsy play to try to run for the first. They're just short.
Well, they had a long way to go and figured the defense would be playing pass. So why not try to pull one over on them?
And we got some fresh legs in there at tailback. He's going to try and scramble. And they bring him down at the 23-yard line. They get a nice gain there.
Yeah, nice pass play. You know what, Kirk? I think that defense kind of underestimated the speed of that receiver that time.
Yes, very good observation out of you, my friend. It's going to be interesting to see how they adjust here.
Room around the corner. Got some open field. Touchdown, Kane. That's his third score of the day. What do you say about that one, Coach?
Hey, put me on the phone with that defensive coordinator. How do you let these guys score 3 times on you? Please tell me.
To draw within a field goal. He splits the uprights for the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Miami ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off. He's to the 20. He makes it to the 32-yard line. The offense ready for the first play of this drive. They moved the ball extremely well on their last possession on their way to the end zone.
If this running back keeps running the way he's been running, then this offense will have another 6 points on the board in no time.
Great run, nothing going on there. And the halfback's got nowhere to go.
1-yard gain on the play.
2nd and 9 coming up here. Ball on the 33-yard line. Texas A&M has a 3-point lead. They got to him as he was throwing that time.
He's lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Either that or sacked. I don't know how he got rid of the ball.
Here's 3rd and 9. Ball on their own 33. 3 wideouts here. Way to look it in. Well defended, but it's complete for good yardage.
It's a risky throw here by the quarterback. You cannot keep tossing it up into the secondary like that and expect your guy to come down with it every time. The defense is going to jump on one of those and take it the other way.
Delayed handoff. And he's taken down around the 46-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard.
Gain on the play.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 46. Texas A&M holds a field goal lead. Straight in the middle, and he meets the defense. I'd say he got 1 or 2 feet on that try. So we're looking at another 3rd down here. And we got the backup in there now at running back. Throws into coverage, just picked off. And he's tackled at the 45-yard line. Coach, that's the 2nd interception right there.
Man, you gotta avoid those turnovers. They kill you every time.
First and 10. Ball on the 45. They come out in a goal line set. Goes left and tackled in a hurry. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback. It's 2nd down and 10 to go. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Back to pass. Passes to the left, and it's going the other way. Couldn't shake free from a nice tackle there. Spectacular play there by the linebacker to come away with that interception.
I don't even think the quarterback saw him on that play. He was right there waiting for the ball.
First down, 10 to go. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's looking for his man. Oh, man, did he take a hit.
Great play fake by this young man to keep his zone coverage honest. He throws him just long enough to find his man for a well-executed 1st and 10.
The offense lines this one up in the shotgun with 2 tight ends. Here's the option, and they get him in the backfield for a loss. And the linebacker comes up and makes a big stop.
This is textbook. This is how you're supposed to play against the run.
Yeah, and that time the defense got him to go backwards.
Single back set, 3 wide receivers. He'll get it again. Tackle at the 42-yard line. Gain of 2.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 30. New running back now into the backfield. Looks for his tight end over the middle. He just couldn't hold off the defender, and he's brought down. Wow, a long gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, the offense hurt themselves by digging themselves into a hole on 1st and 2nd down, so the defense didn't really have to put too much thought in how to defend on that 3rd down.
It really was a good hold. Excellent job by the secondary to keep them in front of the 1st down marker.
You talk about a huge stop for the defense. Now let's see if they can capitalize on the offensive end.
We head to the final quarter, and we've got a great game on our hands. Our score here at Kyle Field, Texas A&M 24, Miami 21. They'll take over at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. They line up in the jumbo set. On the ground with the tailback. There's a player injured, but it looks like it's just a stinger. Second and 2 coming up here. Ball on the 40-yard line. They come out in a goal line set. And he's taken down at the 45-yard line. That's good enough to pick up the 1st down.
Great job by the back to follow his blockers and pick up the 5-yard gain.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Can't find anyone open. And they push him out at about the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd down now, and they're just a few feet away from that 1st down marker. They line up in the jumbo set. Gives it to the back. Tackle around the 37-yard line. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a 1st down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy does a good job in reading his blocks and accelerating through the holes.
They come out in a goal line set. Well, they run it left, and a nice tackle right there. Picked up a yard of anything on that run. 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 36-yard line. They're lining up in the 5-2. He's going to try and scramble. And he's tackled right away.
Good looking arm by that quarterback. The defender was in man, so if he throws the ball behind the intended receiver on an out route, it could go the other way for 6. Nice throw and a 1st and 10.
They're packed in tight on the line. Hands off to the left, and they wrestle him down behind the line.
Wow, it's not often you see a safety making a play in the backfield like that.
Well, these days you've got safeties playing up close to the line of scrimmage, almost like a 4th linebacker. The only way that you can keep them from cheating up is to take some chances downfield.
Can't find anyone open. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. He didn't look too comfortable on that play.
Guys, it looks to me like he's getting happy feet right now back in the pocket. He needs to be a little bit more patient, step up, and just throw the football.
Drops back to pass. Let's do him again, complete. That was a good pass and catch there, but still not enough for the 1st down.
That's not an easy conversion here on 3rd down for the offense. All the defense has to do is stay back, keep everything in front of them, come up and make the tackle.
Pretty good hold there to bring up the 4th down situation.
And with that field goal, we are all tied up.
Yeah, that was a clutch field goal without a doubt.
And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. Here's the kick. Taken from the 10. And down he goes at the 40. So, fellas, what's your attitude at this point in this game?
They need to just stick to the basics. They just lost their lead, but there's no reason to panic.
Coach, really the question to me is who will crack under the pressure? This is when the cream rises to the top, and good teams win close games like this.
And he's tackled around the 49-yard line. And a pretty smart call right there.
You're absolutely right. The reason why this play worked is that the play action froze the defense just enough to allow the receiver to get open.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. There's a player shaken up on the play. Second and 5. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. He's tackled right around the 26-yard line.
They brought the middle linebacker on a blitz, and the quarterback got the ball out of his hands in time for a first down.
First down, 10 yards to go. They line up in the shotgun, 3 wide. Catches it, and he's looking for more. Good tackle there in space. They complete that play-action pass, good for 7 yards. Second down, 3 yards to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. In the red zone again. Let's see if it'll be another touchdown. The lineman got a little ahead of the snap count. Here's the call.
Dead ball. Won't start on the offense.
So instead of moving forward, they'll move a few yards back.
Boy, I hate to see guys making dumb penalties like that.
And when you make plays like these, young men, you end up being named the Russell Athletic Player of the Game. Tackle made at the 17. A 7-yard run by the running back. So it's third down, and they're just inches away from picking up the first down. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. There he goes!
That's how you convert on third down.
This defense had to be expecting that.
I know that. It doesn't matter, though. It's not enough to know that they were passing. You got to know their tendencies, too.
First and 10. Just a minute remains in this football game. The backfield's in an offset I formation. Takes the handoff, tackled for a loss. And that was not a good call offensively.
Nah, not a good call, only because they lost yardage. I'll tell you, I've seen plays like this where the tailback breaks one and goes for a touchdown.
You're right, Lee. You can never tell.
There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. You'll get the call again. Touchdown, Aggies.
Great play, and they should be celebrating. They did just what they had to do. Now they have the lead.
And it's also a big touchdown because it takes the kicker out of the ball game. A field goal won't cut it anymore.
And he hits the PAT. So with less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter, the score is Texas A&M 31, Miami 24. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. He's to the 10. And down he goes at the 29. Coach, Herbie, what's your take right now?
This is it. They need a touchdown and then some help on the PAT to tie this game up.
The key here is to keep stopping the clock. The offense will be keeping the ball near the sidelines. They throw it to the middle of the field, and the receiver better get to the first down.
They also better watch out for the rush. A sack here would be devastating.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 42-yard line. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Scrambling around. And they make the stop at the 48-yard line. And the clock continues to run.
Now let's see if they try to hurry up here.
The offense calls a timeout.
It's second down and 4 to go. They line up in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Rolling out to the right side. He passes it. Almost intercepted. And he threw that one up for grabs.
This is one of the things that drives a coach crazy. You don't want to do anything stupid. Make mental mistakes that may cost you the ball game.
And we'll take a break while the injured player is attended to. First and 10. Ball on the 47. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Throws it deep downfield. Tipped away.
That's just a great defensive play.
It won't look like much in the stat book, but that's getting the job done.
It's second and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line. Well, you never know what can happen in college football, so I wouldn't be surprised by anything here. Either way, it should be exciting. There's a fumble. Offense falls on it. And the ball game's over. And our final score in this one, Texas A&M 31, Miami 24. As we take a look at our Pontiac game-changing performance, Kirk, let's get your final thoughts on this one.
I'm sad to see this one end because it was a great game to watch. Miami had plenty of chances to win this football game, but it wasn't meant to be today. All you can do now is try to bounce back after a close loss like this.
Well, folks, thanks for joining us for this production of NCAA Football 09. It's been a lot of fun. We hope you'll join us again next time. So long, everybody.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.